Hi, it's the 16th of February 2018 at around about 12:30 a.m. I was discussing something the other day in a video, and I was using Abe's Exodus as an analogy. I was talking about Abe and how he attacked I call them narcs, but they're all the schligs, and I can't even remember their names, but all these critters. It's a computer game. Abe is a computer game, an old computer game, and he has to go through he's going through a tunnel system, a mine system in a mountain, and he has to go through various tunnels, and in that process he has to, in each tunnel, in each level, he has to, go through a series of, they're just keyboard manoeuvres really. It's just working out the right sequence to get him from, all the way through it. But after I'd done that video, the penny dropped. I thought, I'm actually living my life like I'm playing Abe. I loved the game. I thought it was great. I thought, it seems to mimic real life. It's just, and I thought, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing Abe over and over again. And I thought about it. I thought I should share it with you because I think it's relevant in the fight that we're fighting, because you're fighting by yourself. We're individual people, men. We can't form into a group. We're up against a massive army. Okay, so it's just you guys by yourself. You're just men going your own way, each doing your own little bit. Okay, but I guess a part of this channel is to impart to you what I do to fight the fight. To actually sow the seeds of doubt, to fight against it, rather than just lie down and get fucked over. No, we can get up and we can do our little bit. Each can do a little bit. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought, yeah, that's all well and good, but how do you do that? So this is just something that, and I'm using Abe as the analogy, to try and explain how I approach it. I'm not saying it's the right approach, it's just an approach. You don't have to copy it or anything. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just suggesting it's how I do it. And you can just listen to it and think about it and, work out your own variant on it. There's no hard and fast rule here. The idea is just that we win. That's the most important thing, and that we succeed in the end. And at least in getting some of these laws repealed and try and reduce the minefield to some extent. So that's sort of what the mission is here, if you like, or at least my mission anyway. Yeah. Okay. So in the last video, I spoke about sort of an ongoing battle I've got with my neighbour Brian, who I sort of see as a feminist. Or at least he lives with a woman, and I think if you're living with a woman, that tends to rub off, and you can't help but become a bit feminised yourself. And I was trying to, whenever I can, how can I put this? Brian is sort of the bastion of resistance. So anything I say is like, that's rubbish. He's always fobbing me off. And it's that sort of attitude. I was telling him about de facto by distance, for example. That wouldn't happen in Australia. Nah. Okay, so this is a situation that you'll run across quite often. There'll be this sort of inertia against you. It's basically, but they're females, right? They're men with mangina, more or less. Okay, with a woman's mind and something, because they're living with one. They probably have been for 40 years. Some of the older ones. Yeah. So no. Now, I learnt early in the piece, and this, you can take this how you want, but because I'm a resistance fighter, okay, and initially, and I say I have nothing to do with women, that immediately shut the door. Something wrong with you. You're weird. Okay, I learnt that very early in the piece. Couldn't get through. I was, it's like Abe going into each tunnel. First he's got to do this, then he's got to do that, then he's got to do this, then he's got to do that, then he's got to do that, and he gets to the other end of the tunnel, and he's out. He goes to the next level. Right? And if he gets chopped at any point, he has to go back to the beginning. Now this is what I found. I wasn't getting very far at all, because as soon as they knew I was mgtow and had nothing to do with women, they couldn't, guys like Brian and others, you didn't get their ear, because you're too strange, mate. We don't want to talk to you. Okay, so that's not hard to do. I won't have anything to do with Western women. It's a minefield, as I've said over and over. So I went for Asian women. So now I remind them regularly that I'm always chatting to women. Yep, no, I'm not averse to women at all. I don't, I'm 60. I don't really need company enough. Well, I just don't need the hassle, right? So, but no. Chicks are great. Love them. So that gets me through step one. Okay, so they can't knock me down. They can't go away. They can't fob me off. They can't. Oh, Captain Bob, help me out here. What's that attitude that they've got? What word describes that attitude? That no, the scenario. There's this wall you're up against. But anyway, that's what I feel I'm up against. Okay, and before I go on, the end of my tunnel is to impact, is to actually do all the right manoeuvres to impact on their mind and to win, and not to be fobbed off at all, to be accepted, to be, and it just goes in. My message goes in their brain. Okay, so can you see what I'm driving at? So if I don't have anything to do with it, and they know that I'm antisocial, and which I am here, not online I'm not, but here I am, in the West I am. I'm on toxic ground. It's not friendly ground for me. So that's the way I see it. So I don't have too much to do with anybody in real. Yeah, online, and hundreds of people all over the world. Love them. So my idea is to impact on their mind. I go through all the manoeuvres at each level with each thing to impact on their mind. And so, as I said, I talk to women, and so that's not a problem. I managed to get rid of that one early in the question. Yeah, that's no longer an issue. But with every situation, it works like this. My current example is I'm trying to get Jazz told us, Jazz A, informed me about this this de facto by distance, where a woman who visits you regularly can become your de facto and has rights to your property, which is a fact that not many people know about. And he's right. It came as a complete surprise to my neighbour. In fact, so much of a surprise, he didn't believe me. All right, no, it wouldn't happen. And he's got that look again. That I really need a term here, Captain Bob, if you wouldn't mind. Can you put your thinking cap on? I actually need to, I need something to describe that attitude or something. But it's no, yeah, putting me down, poo-hooing me. No, not in Australia. That wouldn't happen in Australia. Okay, so what happens with me? And then, I'll tell him that, and I get fobbed off. All right, but I don't give up. And I come back in, I think about it, I think, I'll get through it eventually. Might take me a few goes, just as I thought with Abe. If I got knocked out, see with Abe, what happens if you make a mistake, if you hit the wrong thing and you blow yourself up or get shot or whatever, the screen fades out and you go back to the beginning again. Well, you've got a choice. You can either, forget this fucking game, I'm not going to do this. Or if you want to get through to the end of the tunnel, you want to play the game, then you just go through and you learn by your mistakes and you go, okay, next time I'll do this and do that and do this. Yep, okay. And so off you go. And eventually you get through the tunnel and you go to the next level. Well, this is what I'm doing with Brian. So, when he says, no, it wouldn't happen in Australia, I start thinking, okay, why don't I give him a practical example? Neville across the roads in that situation. And I think about all the things that I can say to him. Because, and I know, I look for that look on the face. It won't be, no, stupid, no, it'll be, And then I know I've impacted. That way he'll go in and it'll bother him. He might tell a friend or, that sort of thing. I know. I just know by his thing. But the point I'm trying to make here with this video is, don't expect that you can just do it first up. You might have to have 2 or 3 goes, and don't let it upset you. Above all, just be calm, cool, and relaxed about it, and then you find a way to come into it next time. Like last time, when I got that, it wouldn't happen in Australia. I was just interrupted, fortunately, by somebody who was coming from Neville's place, coming to visit Neville, a friend of, his girlfriend, and I thought, I have to go. Okay, she came over and spoke to Brian. The next time I talked to Brian, I said, we got disturbed last time. I didn't finish explaining to you what I was going to explain. I'm lying because I didn't know what I was going to explain. I hadn't thought it out yet. But I'll sort of make it look like I didn't quite get to my point. Can you see what I'm saying? So, and I think of all these things. You can do this, you push this button, and you press Alt plus F plus arrow, left arrow. That'll do it. Okay, and if you do that and you think of I don't know, look, it could be any sort of situation, but try to remember that this is a war of the minds. It's this thinking that's permeating everywhere that feminists and women can do whatever the fuck they please. Okay, now it's up to us to resist, and it's a war of our mind against theirs. And so far they've had no resistance. Nobody's stood up to them. They're just steamrolling us, bulldozing us. Okay, so it's only our mind against theirs. It's not our body against theirs. It's not our money against theirs, or our power or might or anything else. It's just our mind against their minds. Yep, they've got some smart minds. Yeah, they've got it all sewn up. Quite simply, there are a lot of women who vote, and that's where the power's coming from. And politicians are listening to them. Why? Because they want to get elected again. More women vote than men. Okay, so that's where the power's coming from. So, really, and they're sewing up politicians. But if you start impacting on men's minds, particularly other men, and get them thinking about it, get them wondering what the hell's going on, then we can start making a bit of a difference. But the whole point is, don't give up if your first attempt fails. Go back, rethink it, and come at it again. Maybe a slightly different way. Find the situation, but just be calm, gentle. Don't push your point too much, and just keep going relentlessly. Just relentlessly keep at it. I'll give up again, but if you just keep going relentlessly, calmly, relentlessly, just keep going at them. Keep coming at them. Keep coming at them. Keep coming at them. They'll just say, fuck it. Forget this. Repeal the fucking laws. Get us out of here. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.